It's Monday morning. We've just done our sprint planning for the week. What are you doing, Jack?
This week I'm in the process of finishing our bird character, Chirp, and after that I'm going to design our new tortoise character and see how far I get through him. But just Athena for me this week.
Yeah, for me, WooLoop once again. So I'm going to be making a bunch more levels. I think 7 is the goal for this week. Other than that, lots of bug fixing, and I want to improve some of the mechanics that I tried adding last week. Just sort of flesh them out and make sure they're good to go.
Yeah, very good. And for me, more the same as hexceed. Getting close to the end now. Just want to get all the levels done so Rob can get them tested. And other than that, we have the Advent book getting announced towards the end of the week as well for Conan Pixels. Yeah. Woo! Oh yeah, and Christmas decorating. Go have a look for that.
Okay, so it is November, so we are starting with our Christmas decoration. We've got the hat for Bulbasaur, as we have every year. But we did buy some new decorations as well, just because this office is much bigger than we've got before. We've still got the decorations from last year, and Jack's got some lights for his desk. And this tree, I think it's fibre optic, right?
Yeah.
It was basically left by the last tenants, so I guess it's ours now, and it's kind of cool to have a tree. So, sure. But it's lasted longer than last time.
It has. There it goes.
So yeah, it's a couple of hours later, and we have finished the decorations. Jack done a stellar job with the lights on the ceiling. Well done, Jack.
Thank you.
We've got a little bit of decorations on our desks as well. I think Rob's got the most. But yeah, some of the stuff you might recognise from the old office, but there is some new stuff as well that we picked up today.
Cool, so I've been working on WooLoop as usual. Mainly been doing a couple of snipey sort of fixes. So this sort of hover over text that we've got for the main menu books, that's now a little bit smaller, and I've swapped the art for the background image so it doesn't look like a button anymore. That and accessibility is now spelt right, I hope. I don't know, I just copied and pasted what Lee put in the task for me. But yeah, other than that, I've been working on another new level. This is starting to fill up, Gallery 1, which is quite good. I've got an airship level now, which kind of looks cool. Hopefully Lee will put the picture of the completed version. And we also had another bug with the input, so basically moving the mouse up and down, it was a bit stuttery. Basically, it was to do with the frame rates of the physics not matching up with the frame rate of the input from the mouse. So I quickly fixed that, and it seems to be going well. That and this blue dot that shows you where the end of the rope is now always on top as well, so you can't hide it behind instructions, which was a thing you did before.
Okay, so it's about 9:10 on the Wednesday morning. I had to leave a little early yesterday, so I didn't get to go through as much stuff as I would like to, but I managed to get the bird character completely done, so he's looking a lot better. So he looks a bit more dynamic and fluent, and overall just looks a bit more joyful. And I was working on the sad animation. This one's quite unique. This one's a lot different from the rest of them. He kind of just falls on his butt and has a little bit of a timeout. And I quite like that. I like the little bounce he's got when he falls flat. Very subtle, but looks very nice. And for the rest of the day, this one took the longest was the special animation. Just the animation that's unique to him. Essentially just flies up and attempts to fly, but then falls back down. It took a little while because I had to set up a new master bone, because the guys thought it would be a good idea if he kind of sways left to right a little bit there, you can see. And essentially I had to make a new bone in the rig that could control his whole body really, so that would override everything else. And I did get that done, but it did take a little while. Okay, so it's about 3:15 on the Wednesday afternoon, and I've managed to make some good progress with our little tortoise character here. I've managed to get him completely fully modelled, and now I'm just going through the process of marking seams. For the UV map, you can see how it's all messed up right now. It's because I haven't really UV mapped it yet. I've just been marking these red seams to show how it should unwrap flatly for the UV. But apart from that, once I've done that, I should be able to start texturing him. I'm a little worried how I'm going to do this moss here in 3D, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, his overall form is looking pretty good, and I'm quite happy with him.
Okay, so one of the issues I'm going to be tackling with WooLoop today, or have been, I should say, is this bit. So when you start a level, this is a particularly bad level for this. All the starting instructions are just really overwhelming. It just absolutely covers the screen, and yeah, what you're supposed to do with this is a bit naff. So what we've been doing is adding a UI at the bottom of the screen. So it works in a similar way to Conan Pixels, like palette selection. So you're changing you're selecting which colour and whatnot to use. The idea is that you click on one of these buttons, it'll sort of like take you to the right starting pin, and then kind of show you roughly what you're going to be doing in that one, just so people can make a bit more of an educated decision on what levels they're going to be, what rope, sorry, they're going to be trying to colour in. I'll just show you for the rocket level because it's quite simple. But yeah, once you start colouring in, creating a rope, you can see the palette just sort of like vanishes once you've made your decision, and then once you're done with that route, you'll see it pops back, but that rope that you just did is missing. So hopefully you'll just sort of like chip away at this. It should make it a bit more satisfying.
Okay, so it's about 4:15 on the Thursday afternoon, and I've pretty much spent the entire day texturing our new character here, this little tortoise. He's taking a lot longer than the usual ones, as he's got a lot more detail on him. He's a lot more ambitious than the rest of the ones I've done, and I'm quite happy how he's coming out. There's a lot more things to do. Want to keep adding detail to him, as we think he still doesn't look quite right, but when it comes to the fine details, it's getting a little tough to do it in Blender. So I'm actually going to move on to the iPad, but I thought I would get a quick render out of him first to see how he looks. But yeah, since then I've been on a painstaking progress and trying to get it on the iPad so I can paint it in Procreate, and I've just managed to do it, and it seems to be working out quite good. So now I can paint pretty much anything on them using the Apple Pencil, which allows me to give a lot more control to how things, well, look. And I'll be able to add little more details in here, so hopefully in a few more, by tomorrow, you'll look a lot better.
Okay, hopefully you can't hear the celebrations that are going on in the town square near us. I think they're turning on the Christmas lights, and we can hear a lot of music and rumbling and someone yelling down a microphone, but hopefully you can't hear it. Yeah, I've been working on WooLoop, continuing on with the stuff I did yesterday, basically just adding up as much functionality as I can and just sort of making it feel like it's all one experience. So now when you start a level, it automatically selects the first route for you. That's this one in this case. And then when you actually start the route, it removes that selection at the bottom there. And then when you complete the route, it pops back up again, and you can just switch between whichever route you want to do using this little UI here. And yeah, that's basically it. It's just been a bit of a pain getting it working, and there was a couple of bugs I had to fix that were only appearing in build, which is quite a strange one.
There hasn't been an update from me recently the past couple of days, and that's because again it's just been a case of doing a lot of hexceed work. So there was 70 levels to do this week, and I managed to get 55 done over the past couple of days, so that's really good going. And what that's left for today is 10 small levels and then the 5 milestone and finale levels. So yeah, getting there. I've been doing them 2 at a time, so 2 small levels and 1 milestone. And all that's left now is these few here. So yeah, very close to the end. It's very very exciting. So 2 more milestones and 4 more levels, and then I'll be completely done. It is Friday, and it's the week before the release of the Advent book, so I've gone ahead and put the announcements out, as well as that updated the actual store page as well to show the names and descriptions of all the images in the Advent. If anyone wants to check that out before they buy it, they're there. But yeah, other than that, I managed to finish up the hexceed DLC last night. All the levels have been made. I just need to play test this final level here. It's quite large and was quite slow in the editor. So I'm going to play for this and check that the level's alright, and check if any edits need to be made before it goes live.
I've been busy doing a lot of bug fixing and stuff for WooLoop. One of the big bugs that I left off last night with was basically if you clicked on a completed level, the game crashed, and the actual Unity editor crashed as well, which is a big problem. But thankfully that's all fixed. It was just getting stuck in an infinite loop. Other than that, I've been working on some improvements to sort of like the feel of the game. You can see this first instruction is actually an anti-clockwise one, so I've got new colours implemented for that. I went with yellow. I'm not sure if it's the right choice, but sure. I'm sure Lee will have some feedback for me on that. And you'll also notice that the upcoming instruction is now just a circle, because we want to sort of remove the sort of like confusion that you were getting. Sometimes you would just try and go for the wrong instruction. So hopefully this helps that.
Okay, so it's about 4:20 on the Friday afternoon. This little tortoise character's come quite a long way since you last saw him. The guy thought it would be a good idea to have the top of the shell the same colour as the moss surrounding it, so that took a little while. I had to go back into the UVs and tweak everything manually, but we got there in the end. And for the rest of this afternoon, I've been working on the rig. The rig's been a bit of a painful process, but we've got there in the end. He's got quite a big head, and we decided to make the jaw separate, so I had to make a bit of a special rig for that, but it wasn't too complicated, it just took a lot of weight painting. But yeah, he's pretty much ready to go to start making some controls and animation. There's a few more things I need to do. As you can see, his head's working cool now, but everything else, you can see that his back's moving a bit too much. So I'm going to do a little bit more weight painting and then make some controllers, and I think I'll be good to go for animation.
Rob Lee, it's Friday. It's been quite a busy week for us all here. As you can see, all the Christmas decorations have been put up. That was a busy Monday. Little Bulbasaur, this little hat on. Yeah, it's been quite a busy week.
Yeah, I said Monday was all the decorations. Also tried to put the whiteboard back up. That didn't work, but we've got plans for that going forward.
But yeah, other than that, keep an eye out for Hexceed DLC, which is dropping today on the 25th. And keep an eye out for the Advent 4 book, Colouring Pixels, that's also dropping today, but it won't actually start activating until the 1st December. Or you can just cheat and change your PC clock. But
yeah, but it is an Advent calendar, so it should update or unlock each image every day, so you can count down to Christmas with Colouring Pixels. That's the idea with that. But yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. It's been a very busy week. And as always, thank you very much for Patreons and the people in Discord who keep chatting and keeping us entertained.